So we're back. Let's see. So let's confirm if everybody can hear me now. Can you see me and can you hear me? So that we'll be sure that the audio is sorted out. We need confirmation. Oh, perfect, good. So, good. So let me just type out all the details so that you have all the contacts. Yeah, very clear, good. Okay, so Friday, 27th September. Okay. Okay. Good. So good. So let's now get our brother back. I hope this works now so that we can begin to learn from the leadership guru. So any information you need, call. Okay, sir, we're on VUCA. Can you please address the acronym? Okay. So my brother, I've invited you. If it's not working, then maybe you will just send me a request. But I've invited you now, so you should be coming on board anytime from now. So we have looked at volatile for V, uncertain for U, complex for C, and ambiguous for A. But like I told you, there are 2 D's that have been added. So it has now been changed to, it was changed to VUCAD. VUCAD. But now it is now D-VUCAD. So 2 D's that have been added is saying Linus Okorie is unable to join. So my brother, I don't know, because this technology thing, maybe you need to follow me or something. I don't know. Paul Mark, where are you guys? You technological guys. Because he's saying he's unable to join. So let me. So I've sent another invite again. But technological people, let us know what needs to be done. Me, I'm not a techie person, you know.
Okay. Awesome. I mean.
Yes, so how are you doing today, man?
I am well. I'm well. It's been really interesting trying to join, man.
So,
but I'm glad I'm finally in.
I don't know about you. This technology thing, we are
I'm glad I'm in, man.
Yeah, so how are you doing today? How is where are you now? Are you in Abuja or you are still in Lagos?
No, I'm still in Lagos. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm at Lagos fully. I just finished with my program this weekend with President Obasanjo and 30 CEOs at Delboro. So it was really fantastic. Yes.
I saw some clips. I said, okay, you know, he wanted me to come for his 40th. I said, me, I don't travel.
It is awesome.
So
now
we are looking forward to September. Come and give us how is our leadership university now?
The Leadership University is coming on big time. Last night we had a strategy meeting up to 2 a.m. in the morning, on how to position it as the leadership university for the West African region, specifically, and so that exporting leadership capital to the rest of the world. It is time that other parts of the world begin to come to Nigeria, to out to Africa, to also take courses on leadership.
Yeah, very, very important. We're changing the narrative. So thank you for doing this. So this conference is all about sustainability.
Absolutely.
Building for sustainability. And this year, like I told you, I wanted to focus on leadership because I believe that as the leader, so goes the organization.
Absolutely.
The leader fix the organization, and we need transformational leaders that are able to navigate the VUCA, DVUCA season that we have found ourselves in. So I want us to just hit the ground running since we've lost about 20 minutes. So what kind of leaders do we need today to be able to build something sustainable?
The interesting thing is that it was actually Dr. Miles Monroe many years ago when I had the honor of inviting him to my leadership program in Owerri, and he was addressing 1,500 people. And he simply said to me, Linus, do you know that the real definition of leadership is that leadership is the ability to inspire, motivate, drive a group of people towards a particular direction via inspiration, not intimidation or manipulation. The ability to inspire, motivate, drive a group of people towards a particular direction by inspiration, not intimidation or manipulation. At the heart of that definition, you simply will find out that the type of leaders we need will be leaders that are visionary, transformational leaders who have the capacity to see the possibilities that are ahead. Leaders with big vision, big ideas, leaders who have capacity to see the future, leaders who do not think small, leaders who think big, leaders with a heart for the people. You're talking about leaders with great compassion, leaders who place premium on human beings and the possibilities that are obtainable in each human being, and would have the patience in the process of developing these humans so that these humans can become assets that will produce, invent new ideas, new things that can change the way things are done. So we're talking about leaders who are long-term thinking, and also leaders who think sustainability. So leaders who understand basically how to utilize the resources of today, not just for today, but also generating resources for future generations. On ending resource generation, leaders who are resourceful in all ramification, and leaders who have honor and integrity. These are the types of leaders that we need in the 21st century.
Wow, amazing. So I've said it over and over again. We already know that statistically, it's been a statistic that's been out there that over 80% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. And when we look at what has happened in our continent, you find out that we hardly have transgenerational businesses. So you have business, and then once the founder dies, the business seems to begin to dwindle and die with them. And in order for us to build for sustainability, as a leader, you have listed the kind of leaders that we need, but the leader also needs a team of people to work with him or her. And like I always say, like we know, you achieve more when you don't care who gets the credit.
Absolutely.
To choose his team. So let's talk about leadership developing other leaders. How can it identify talents around them, put those talents together, develop them? Because the difference between the crowd in the market and the team is they have been gathered together and they have to achieve something. So how can leaders do that? Because that's one thing that affects businesses. A man starts business, he begins to employ the wrong set of people. my cousin is looking for a job. You give him a job. My brother, your company you service. Okay, let him resume on Monday. So you are together, and then you are wondering why you are not getting result, and then you are not paying well. And like we say, if you pay peanuts, you hire monkeys.
We had an interesting conversation with President Obasanjo this weekend, and one of the things he was talking about is how he was able to attract some quality men and women who helped him to succeed. That he sought after them, paid the price, was through patience for him to be able to get Dr. Konji from the World Bank. There were series of negotiations that happened over time for that to happen. For him to be able to get Dora Konyele to join the team, there was recommendations, high-level recommendations that focus on the competence of integrity that Mrs. Akunyele had displayed in her earlier engagement with some, international systems, and the role she played in ensuring that the monies that were supposed to hit her to disappear, she had to ask those institutions to send it back to Nigeria after she, had gotten enough for the specific things she needed it for. And I'm talking about the fact that every leader, before hiring, must understand, before you build a team, one critical thing is, first of all, identification of what do you even need? What are the core competencies that you need? What do you want to put in place? So you must have the executive intelligence to be able to find people who do not only have the competence, but also have the leadership capital to be able to work with you in that particular function. And the greatest role of the leader is actually converting followers into leaders, because people are leading at different levels. There are different levels of leadership at every critical point in time, but it is a leader's responsibility to actually identify members of his team, find out what their passions are, and ensure that those people are put in those specific areas where their natural talent and giftings can actually show relevance. And what that means is that the continuous rise of those leaders, there must be some level of coaching and mentorship over time that would enable these leaders become better leaders, sharper, and they can work as a team to generate results that can make the leader to succeed. So everyone would have the capacity to attract people who are hungry to build, who are hungry to contribute, who are hungry to make success happen, and the leader must continue to inspire them, must continue to grow them over time. And that is why the greatest role of the leader, I repeat, is to generate the vision for the department, to generate the vision for the organization, to generate the vision for the business. And once the vision is invented, generated, it is a leader's responsibility to also clarify the vision and then transfer the vision to the team. Any team that does not experience transferred vision will not be able to function at full capacity. And so once the vision is transferred, execution of the vision becomes very easy. And so leaders must have those capacities in times like this.
Wow, amazing. So everyone joining us, my name is Olumide Emmanuel, and joining me today is Dr. Linus Okorie, and along with Dr. Nia Adesanya, we are going to be speaking at the summit coming up on Friday, the 7th of September at the Sheraton Hotel in Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. You put those numbers on the screen and contact the office to register. You have two options. You can register for the residential version so that we all stay together in the hotel till Saturday. So you can leave on Saturday from the hotel. So, and that will be 750,000 naira. And that money covers for the hotel accommodation for one night. It covers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, money covers for the conference material and an executive Friday night. But if you don't want to stay in the hotel, you want to just come in, enjoy the event and go, then you can join us for the non-residential version from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. where the three of us will be speaking and then get the house also for 500,000 naira. But right now, we have a discount going on that will expire. So on the 10th of August, the discount will expire. So for the fully residential, instead of 750, pay 500,000, and for the non-residential, instead of 500,000, you pay 300,000. So we look forward to having you join us to be a part of this. So, Doc, now when you look at a lot of businesses, I know you are aware of businesses that have also gone belly up. I want us to look at it from the leadership, your own perspective. What are the things you have noticed, maybe mistakes that leaders have made or things they refuse to do that has affected the sustainability of their businesses? From what are the things that leaders mistake they have made or things you have noticed that this is the leadership, this should not have, because many times we try to blame the economy, we try to blame government policy, we try to blame the economic environment, and those things are very powerful in business. In the midst of those same government policy, political terrain, economic environment, some business. So there must be something about leadership that changes the game. So what have you noticed that has affected people from being able to build sustainability?
So one of the greatest things that I found out basically is that a lot of leaders, in trying to set up their business that they really want to engage in, they are looking for what is going to generate quick money. When leaders just think about somebody has been able to set up a business somewhere, and that business is exciting, and the next person is talking about the business is profitable, everybody just joins into the business without actually thinking thoroughly about the business itself. And so one of the things that I recommend is that people should be able to have the capacity to be able to say, this is exactly what I want to do. And they will know that I must delay gratification. Delaying gratification means that this business has gestation period. This business, has a time frame to be able to mature. But once they wait and the business is not picking up in 6 months, in 1 year, they quit and they move to another business. And this is what happens over a period of time. And at the end of the day, these leaders are frustrated. These leaders are unable to build sustainable businesses. The second thing that I like to bring to bear is that when a leader who wants to set up a business is not visionary himself, visionary. Look, no matter how difficult the economy is, vision trumps several challenges. Vision has the capacity to overcome obstacles. When somebody is driven by something that is greater than himself and he stretches beyond the limit, vision grants him the discipline to go through that process to ensure that the vision stays alive, the idea stays alive, because that idea must mature, that idea must work, and the leader would avoid every distraction because he's visionary. And that's why I normally say that if a person doesn't have a purpose for waking up, sleeping becomes interesting. There must be that big idea that has the capacity to pull the leader from sleep. So most people think that it's only money that is necessary. Once I have money, I'll put into the business. If you have money, I don't have a sustainable vision. You don't have long-term thinking. You don't have long-term vision. That money that you have might not be able to take you through. So that's the first thing first. The second element is the fact that when people start making money, the moment people start making money, what do? They start spending money thinking that they have arrived. Have arrived syndrome is a major challenge. The person begins to accept chieftaincy titles everywhere he finds it, begin to accept awards everywhere. And as a result of that, that is called distraction. And this individual will not be able to plow back those resources into in the business to be able to ensure that the business actually grows. That the third thing that is important is that, remember, we're coming back again to assembling of the right team and investing in the training of these members of this team. You see, I have seen a lot of CEOs who have so much money to work with to get business done. They have invested in their offices, beautiful offices. They have invested in all manner of infrastructure. They've invested in good environment. But guess what? They have not been able to train themselves, the CEOs. They have not been able to prepare themselves. They don't even have mind leadership. They don't even have capacity to train and invest in themselves such that they will have so much leadership capacity. Because if you don't have leadership capacity, in times of challenges, you will be thrown away. You don't even have the capacity to network with other people. That's networking skills. You don't have it. You don't have the capacity to build alliances. You don't have capacity to seek outside that information. And because of all of that, you only have money to spend. And at the end of the day, you fail. So even those who are on your front desk, you have not been able to even train them. You have not been able to invest money in training your staff. And you expect that that business will be sustainable? Absolutely no. So every business leader who wants to create business must always think about investment in personal development. Investment like this opportunity of this seminar we're talking about in September. Anybody who is going to have a Linus Okorie is going to have a Nia Desoya and yourself in one room. Isn't that a transformational moment for anybody? It is
Over,
a transformational moment. So people should invest in that. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
over 100 years experience in one room.
In one room.
Wow. So how important is this issue of training? Because you have hit a nerve there about this training. Because see, I see a lot of people when they are trying to cut budget, they are cutting training budget. I'm like, are you guys all right? You can't be cutting training budget because the quality of your workforce determines the quality of your output. So how important is personal development and investing in personal development? Because when I hear people say, this one is, I know the thousands of dollars I spent developing myself. I'm presently in the US right now. By next week, I'm in the leadership, 2-day leadership conference in Chicago. I was here for the leadership conference in Dallas. I've finished another training, and today I've been conference. So I'm like, how do people think impact happens if they are not being trained?
So the truth of the matter is that you cannot give what you don't have. And I'm certain that the great man called Socrates. Socrates, in his days, was one of the most outstanding men who were custodian of knowledge. There were philosophers in their time. But Socrates went about town saying, I know nothing. This I know nothing. Now, when leaders stop this arrival mentality and begin to say to themselves, I know nothing. Once the leader shows example that I know nothing and begins to invest in his leadership capital, begins to train himself, begin to invest resources in his personal development, what happens really? He will now begin to do what? He will now begin to invest in those who are in his team. Because until you know that there are different levels of bodies of knowledge in every sector of the economy. There's what to call a body of knowledge. There's a body of knowledge on how to network and build networks and build sustainable relationships. There's a body of knowledge in it. There's a body of knowledge on how to smile and win customers. There's a body of knowledge around it. There's a body of knowledge on how to plan for the future. There's a body of knowledge on how to work with different teams, how to work with difficult people, how to work with crazy people, how to work with fools, how to work with all manner of human beings. There's a body of knowledge in it, hidden in seminars, hidden in the experiences of great teachers, hidden in institutions. When leaders surrender themselves to those opportunities of training like I have done all these years. This is my 31 years of researching and stretching and building around leadership development. Travel the world, paid heavy thousands of dollars from Harvard to any institution you can mention. Every year, spending 2 months overseas, working hard, learning, sitting at the feet of the masters. Just 2019 alone, I spent £17,500 for 1 week to spend time with John Maxwell 1 week exchange event in London. And flew again to Brand Tracy in California, $10,000. And we are talking about, not that I had so much money in my pocket, but because of priority, critical value that you place on something. And then once you are able to do that, you realize that your team is working. People transform from followers to leaders because of that investment. Then you can sit on sustainable tables. People can invite you on tables when they experience you. Because when you open your mouth, content is coming out. When you open your mouth, ideas are flowing. When you open your mouth, value is coming out of your mouth. Because you have invested so much in yourself. Because the ear tastes meat like the ear tastes word like the mouth tastes meat. So when you listen to powerful, inspiring concepts, ideas, secrets, it advances your person. You grow. Growth happens to you. Then when growth happens to you, you gain access. So what we're talking about, one of the reasons why businesses are failing is because of the fact that we invest in every other thing. We invest in good cars. We invest in we don't even invest in libraries. We don't even invest in our personal libraries. We don't invest in our office libraries. We don't even invest in the training bit. And so if there is any deficit of budget, where people go to cut is training budget instead of increasing training budget. In times like this that we're talking about difficulties, it is time to increase your budget on your personal training, on your organizational training, on training everybody in your team. It's called stretching for impact. Stretching for impact. You stretch and then you grow. You reinvent yourself. You repackage yourself internally, not this external packaging that we are talking about. And you will see the difference.
Wow.
I have seen men and women who practice the principle of self-development, personal development, training over time. Even the Bible says, study to show yourself approved. A workman. Oh God. Wow. This is what we're talking to you about. Investment in training does not make you remain the same. If you want to sit at the table, if you want to stay sustainable, in fact, in the 21st century, the reality that you are no longer competing amongst yourselves locally. Yeah. We are no longer competing in whatever business you are doing in this country, whether you're doing real estate or you're doing whatever business you are doing. Your competition is no longer local. Your competition is international because distance is dead. Yeah. We are operating in a borderless economy right now. Your competition is in Singapore. There are people who are doing business in Nigeria right now, fronting. They are working with proxies in this country. And so you want to be able to make a difference and you are not learning what is sustainable in terms of global knowledge, in terms of global best practices, in terms of how to up your game. You have not learned all of that and you're telling me that you want to build sustainable business. It's not possible. Any business that is not built on the foundation of retraining and retraining and reinventing and reinvention and ideas development and strategic development and seeking outside knowledge to strengthen old stale knowledge that is already within your system, you will not be able to drive the kind of progress we're talking to you about. You want to build sustainable businesses, it is in the learning system. Build a learning system. Pass through the refinery consistently. Then you see the difference.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. A lot of people start businesses for survival. Oh, let me start something so that I can take care of myself and my family. And like we have said over and over again, survival mindset cannot build a sustainable business. So if you are listening to us right now, my name is Olumide Emmanuel, and with me tonight is Dr. Linus Okorie, along with Dr. Nia Adesanya. Three of us will be speakers at the Business Sustainability Summit 2024, coming up on Friday, the 27th of September at Sheraton Hotel, Lagos, Ikeja, Nigeria. Make sure you get those phone numbers on the screen so that you can register to join us. I want to believe that if you are listening to us right now, you are someone that is passionate about personal development and about living a life of transformation where whatever you have built will outlive you. So you need to register for the fully residential version. It's 750,000 naira, and that money covers for hotel accommodation one night. It covers for the entire conference materials, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and breakfast on Saturday morning. And then we're going to be having a special group coaching session with me on Friday night for those that are residential. But for those that are non-residential, it's 500,000, and it's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to be handling two sessions. Dr. Linus Okorie will be handling a session. Dr. Nia Adesanya will handle a session, and together we have a panel session to answer all your questions. This is an opportunity you can please have a window open now, the 10th of August. So for the non-residential, instead of 500,000, you pay 300,000. For the fully residential, instead of 750,000, you pay 500,000. And if you are married, please plan to come with your spouse. I believe that we learn because that's dying. So call those numbers on the screen and let's see how you can be a part of this. My brother, what should
Yes, sir.
session? Just give us, don't tell us everything, just give us a taste. I know you've been saying, but what are the things you want to come and drop that day? What should be?
The interesting thing is that I have spent 31 years of my life learning and relearning secrets. I've learned from the feet of the masters. I am coming on that day, to share some of the principles that has helped me to build sustainable leadership institution for this number of years. And one of the critical things that I've been sharing with you specifically is the concept of leadership capital and how leadership capital can be the driver for your personal growth, for your organizational growth, and how you can utilize the concept of leadership capital to actually build your business in such a way that your business would never die. Your business continues to recreate itself. Your business continues to stay relevant because you have mastered the act of leadership capital, utilizing leadership capital for your personal advantage. And inside the concept of leadership capital will be many, many secrets that I don't want to share with you right now until you literally be part of the program in September, and then after it, you write a special check, to us to say, you know what, we just want to say thank you.
Wow. I can't wait. So everyone, you heard it. Some people are asking questions. Well, I see someone asking whether they can pay for their 13-year-old child. No, you can't. We want to say this. A 13-year-old is not too small to learn. A 13-year-old should actually begin to learn from now to grow. But this particular meeting is not for minors. So for anyone to be in this meeting, you need to be at least 15 years old. At least 15 years old. And we have a lot of parents that want their children to begin to learn early. So let's note that you have to be 15 years and above. Then number two, someone is saying that what of those that are not in Lagos? Please, this is fully residential. There is no virtual, because this is a high level meeting and the things we are discussing there are not things that we can put on social media. So it's not a meeting where you are going to know. There's no virtual, it's physical. So if you cannot physically make it, then once the meeting is over, 60 days after the meeting, the entire pack will now be ready for you to now purchase. So we have the packs that you can buy, but the virtual session is purely, and that's why it's fully residential, so that you can travel down from anywhere and come. Because I keep hearing, when are you coming to Abuja? When are you coming to Kaduna? When are you coming to this? If you value something, you will go to where it is. There are only 2 American embassies here, Lagos and Abuja. Everybody travel down to go and get visa. When you go to embassy does not come to you. So if you need knowledge, you come for the knowledge. And I want to believe that we're serious-minded kind of experience that will be in that room, the level of network that will be somebody that shows you the kind of people you are going to be in the same room. It's on the screen. Call. If you're not getting through, send the text, send the WhatsApp, and let me be a part of the conference, and they'll get back to you. My brother, what will be your final word so that I can release you?
My final word is that leadership flows to the one who knows. So the more you know, the more you become. You start the journey of becoming. Until you have become, then you won't be able to do great things. So doings is after you have become. So, and the only way you can become is to consistently put yourself in a learning environment. So I invite you to be part of this meeting, all my friends, anywhere you are in the country. In fact, anywhere you are in Africa that you are listening, flying in is not a business of small people. It's a business of those who know where they are going. So find your way to Lagos. Let's make it happen.
So I'll see you when I see you. We are here on mission.
Okay. Bye-bye, sir.
God bless you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, everyone, I'm going to save this video so you can go back to this video. The session I had with Dr. Lee is also on my IGTV, and we're going to put it on the YouTube channel at Dr. Olumide Emmanuel on YouTube. If you are not following me on Instagram, follow me now. Just follow me now, because by Monday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time on Monday, I'm going to be having another Insta Live session, The Secrets of the Journey. And it's going to be another powerful session. So make sure you're following me. And then I'm going to save this on my IGTV now and save it also on my YouTube channel so that you can watch it over and over again. But you need to take action. We have just about 10 days. Tomorrow, we're entering August. So by the 10th of August, the discount window will be over. By the 10th of August, the discount window will be over. So do everything you can to plug in now. And wherever you are, anywhere in the world, I'm telling you, this is an opportunity you cannot afford to miss. And if you want to come in on Thursday, a day before, contact the office. Let's know. You just add a little extra for the one night, and then you'll be able to come. We'll pick you up at the airport and bring you straight to the hotel. So take advantage of this opportunity. Business Sustainability Summit 2024, Friday, 27th of September, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. Speakers include Dr. Linus Okorie, Dr. Nii Adesanya, and yours truly, Olumide Emmanuel. So take care of yourself, everyone. If you are in the U.S. or you know anyone in the U.S., we're in the U.S. already for the second leg of the North American Tour 2024. This Friday, School of Money, Maryland. So all of you in the DMV area, if you know anyone in the DMV area, School of Money is taking place this Friday at the Sheraton Hotel at the airport, and it's going to be absolutely free Friday night, this Friday, the 2nd of August. And then next week, Sunday, we'll be in Chicago. So all those that are in Chicago, join us on the 11th in Chicago. And then we'll be in Atlanta on the 18th. Join us for the Atlanta session on the 18th. And then on the 23rd, Friday the 23rd, we'll be in Houston, Texas for the School of Money Summit. And then on Friday the 29th, we're going to be at Toronto for the School of Money Toronto. So spread the word around, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now.